Alright, we're gonna attempt to pressure wash it before it rains on us. Make sure I got all the air out. Number one killer of pressure washers is air. Oh, that was nice. I think that's pretty well got this side. I'm gonna get y'all out of the weather. I'm pretty much gonna do that to the other side, and then probably gonna quit because it's getting too dark and there's a big lightning strike. I don't know if I got that. It's not the best thing to be out here during a electrical storm trying to wash a car. So if it doesn't start raining, I'm gonna let this dry a little bit and paint it. The other side, I haven't showed y'all the other side. This side isn't as bad. Still got a bunch of dirt on it. There's a bunch of old sand and stuff. This thing was kind of never washed, you know. When they parked it, that was the big problem. When they parked it, it was still covered in mud. Like there was a lot of mud in the fender well. But I got everything greased, so now I'm just gonna wash it because I think it's gonna start raining. Yeah, just in an electrical storm doing this, you know. Anyway, we'll be back in a little bit. Just wanted to give you an update on the wheels. They're looking good. It's a lot of meat. It needed just a bigger tire. That's a big old fender well. Just needed some bigger tires. Alright, so I came back last night after it got done raining and finished washing out from under the car. And this morning I come over here and I've already got, can't really see it, already got one side painted. You can see it just, you might be able to see the other side a little bit better. But anyway, just see that's all black now. I put the old lug nuts back on to protect so I wouldn't get any paint in my threads. But he'll probably, you could use the second coat. But it looks pretty good right now. It looks black. That's what I was going for. So it didn't look so rusty. So I painted everything that I could see that wasn't still covered in grease, and looks pretty good. You know, I didn't do any prep work to it. I didn't, you know, sand it or even take a wire wheel to it or nothing, and so it looks better in person than it does on camera, really. But anyway, it's all black. Everything, the inner fender and everything is black, and you know, so everything you can see, everything I could see, I painted. So that means nobody else, if I can't see it with the wheel off, nobody should be able to see it with the wheel on. So, alright, I got my other side painted. You still can't see it real good. Yeah, it's all black now. So I've pulled this rear wheel off, fixing to work on the brakes back here, and just checking things out. I found my first kind of interior rust, and it's this right here, which is not awful bad. Like, around it's pretty solid. There's just a rust hole right here in this this crimped place, and there's one, where is it, right there, little hole. It's this rubber lining. It got dirt trapped in it in this crimp place, and it rusted a couple holes. So there's just 2 holes. I mean, I guess there's some small holes right there, but there's just that hole is the biggest, and this hole, and I don't see any more holes. I think that's got dirt in it, but it's still got paint underneath of it, and a lot of it still got paint underneath of it. The worst rusty spot on the whole car is right here. Is where dirt's collected in this fender. So, you know what we're going to do about that? Probably nothing. But I've been checking out the frame, and although there's a lot of dirt and surface rust, the frame is very solid. I don't see any, I'm not seeing any major damage. The frame underneath the car still has this, still has some paint on it, so not too worried. The exhaust is pretty rusty right here, and also the massive dirt dauber nest on the rear end. That is insane. That is so many dirt dauber nests. Anyway, I did some miscalculations, and I didn't realize that it was going to take an entire can per wheel well. So I only got 3 cans of black spray paint. So I'm kind of deciding if I just want to paint the drums on both sides, or actually get everything painted back here. I'm not 100% sure what I want to do. I'm gonna wash this side because it's outside. I don't want to really wash the other side yet, so I'm thinking about just washing this side because it's got a lot of dirt, and get all them dirt daubers off the rear end, and washing this side and going ahead and completely painting this side, and then later I'll paint the other side whenever I get another can of spray pretty thoroughly, because this is the first rust I've really seen that's been bad, and so I want to make sure to get all that painted really good. So alrighty, well, I'm gonna pull this drum off, and then we'll see what it looks like. Alrighty, so got the back brake off, and this one is a lot worse than the front one was. It is very, very thin, so probably gonna need to replace these. So I'm gonna have to go find some pads for it, so that's gonna be fun. Alright, so I've got the brakes done on this side. Got the brakes, old brakes right there. Couldn't get the brake line to break loose, so it's just, I gotta get a new one. Anyway, I've washed out the fender well. I've got all the dirt. Got most of that big dirt dauber's nest. So anyway, you wait for that to dry. I washed some of the car. Looks like it's mostly gonna just go down to primer. Alright, so it's been a couple days. I've been kind of working on this on the side, so I ain't really filmed it much. Been kind of working everywhere else, but anyway, I think the last thing I filmed, I had this break apart right here, and I've got it back together. I had to put pads on it. I think I showed you. And I had a stuck line. The brake line was stuck, so I put a brand new that line right there, I put it on new. Anyway, I've got this all painted up. Looks pretty good. And then I also have done this side. Got the brake. I went ahead and rebuilt the brakes on it too, and I went ahead and it's kind of hard to see, but I've went ahead and got everything painted on this side as well. Had a little bit more rust. Yeah, you can see that. Found some more rust right here, same place that the other side had some rust. So I got all the rust I could out, and I peeled off the coating there, and then I got all that painted, kind of stop the rust, and got all that painted. Got the rear end, got all the dirt daubers off the rear end. I'll probably paint it eventually. I got the front brakes bled. I could never get any fluid back to these brakes, so probably gonna just drive it a little while, maybe. I've got front brakes now. That's all I was really concerned about, was getting some front brakes. But I'm gonna probably get a pump or something and try to get some fluid back. I could never get no fluid all the way back here, so it might be a stopped up line or something, so I'll have to figure that out later. But right now I do have front brakes, so not too worried. I got brakes. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and throw all these wheels on.
I
can get it on the other side. Alright, so I've got all the wheels on. So this side is lower than the other side. I'll show you here in a second. This one like covers up the tire. Anyway, got the front end done. Something I don't like, these new lug nuts I got, little caps fell off of them, and there's no way to put them back on, so they fell off. They're a little low. I only put 25 pounds of air in them just to look at them. I ain't never had that on the front yet. You can see this side's a little bit higher, so that's one's over. So I think the car is just kind of sitting. I think that side of the car is higher or something, because it sits lower on this side for some reason. But anyway, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a pressure washer and wash him off, and especially just get I mostly want the dirt off the windshield, so I'll be able to see whenever I drive it. So, but I'm going to go ahead and wash the car. So,
see some yellow on the bottom.